Hey there folks, and welcome back to the I Am CDB project. Of course, I'm your host CDB. You are not, and today we're going to use Taylor of Old Bond Street, Jermyn Street, which is a beautiful cream. Great sort of cologne type scent to it. Really nice stuff. We're also going to use the Razor Emporium Rex Ambassador adjustable razor, which I like a lot, as you know, and we'll announce the winner of the Elvado shaving creams and so forth. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that right now. Mr. Mark Tidwell. Mark Tidwell, you are the winner, so shoot me an email and I'll get this out to you sometime this week. Let me go ahead and get some moisture on the face and we'll get going after I take off my watch and set it aside there. Don't need all that wet. Using the RazoRock 400 brush today. Let's get the mirror over here where I can see what's doing. And we'll try to get a nice shave today with the Taylor of Old Bond Street, Jermyn Street. A lot of people, or not a lot, I should say some people, bag on Taylor of Old Bond Street creams. They say they're inferior to Truefit and Hill and Castle Forbes and all that. I don't. I find them to be nearly as good, if not as good. And in fact, you know, there are rumors that they're made in the same place. I don't know. Probably not Castle Forbes, but I know a number of them are rumored to be made by Creighton's, I think. Again, I cannot confirm that. It's just what I've heard. But I find all of the creams to be from the, you know, Truefit and Hill Trumper TOBS to be very good, in addition to St. James of London. All of those I think are very good creams and they all work well. Taylor of Old Bond Street, excuse me, I can't speak this morning, is the least expensive of those creams, and I don't find that the other ones, apart from, I really like St. James of London. It's my top pick, but Taylor of Old Bond Street isn't far behind, to be very honest. So there is that, and that feels quite nice. I'm still getting a little drag on this razor, I have to say, and I'm not sure if it's my, yeah, that's a little better. I think it's my angle and pressure, to tell you the truth. So I'll just have to work with this razor, but it shaves wonderfully. It's just sometimes I get a little bit of drag, which is not to my liking, which I referenced in another video. And I thought it was pressure, and it may just be angle. I'm not quite sure, but it's a beautiful shaver and well made. That I can tell you for certain. I think I have a tendency to go a little flat, and I think I need to angle it just a little more. I believe that's what's happening. Yeah, that's better. And there we go. Nice first pass, no problems there. Let me get a rinse in, we'll be right back. All right, here we go. Pass number 2, that was nice. Again, a little drag that I didn't notice initially with this razor, and I noticed later as I was shaving with it off camera. But it is incredibly well made, and it does a great job. It's just I'm used to using razors in a particular fashion, and this one might require a bit of a different angle, less pressure, something along those lines, because I actually, off video, put a Mergress right next to it, and the Mergress slid along, and I had a little drag with the Rex razor. And again, I'm sort of chalking it up to my own technique and the way I'm accustomed to using razors at this point. I still like it. And I hope I'll sort of moderate my technique a little bit to get the that little drag that I'm feeling, you know, nip that. And if I don't, you know, I'll move it along. But I can tell you, I think most people will like this razor because it's very nice. Just sometimes for me, and I did not notice this initially, But you know me, I'll come back and tell you if there are changes. And that was nice. See right there was a little skipping. And it's not the soap. It's something about I'm thinking my technique here and the angle. And so, some razors you just have to use a little bit differently. Or maybe it's the material, I don't know. But I am noticing it and I do not like it. But I haven't heard anybody else say this, so I'm chalking it up just my own technique at this point in time. But we'll see. Maybe I will bring this razor to submission. Maybe not. You never know. All right. Overall, a little drag there, but second pass was pretty good. It cuts well, that I can tell you, or it shaves well, I should say. Stay tuned. We'll come back for pass 3. I tell you one thing. I am growing extremely tired of this cold weather. Now, we were lucky here. We dodged the bullet this weekend. We didn't get a lick of snow. And just like an hour from here, they got 6 or 8 inches. So I am grateful that we missed that snow. But this cold weather is just, I am ready for spring. I'm ready for some sunshine. I'm ready for sunshine, both coming from the actual sun and just sunshine in my life, to tell you the truth. So I need it. I do feel good physically, I can tell you that. I've been working to drop some weight, and if you want to see, look at that video. Look at the video I made yesterday called 363 Days of Head Shaving. That was my year anniversary on Friday, and I'd missed 2 days during the year. And so it's 363 head shaves. I rolled in some old footage, and if you see that footage, you'll see the progress that has been made, and most of that progress has come since February. And so I'm feeling good in that regard, so I'm happy making headway there. And you just keep plugging away. So on all the other issues, I will make headway too. I will get things squared up and do the very best I can, and that's what I always do. You could just do your best. And if it's not good enough, sometimes it's not, and you do something else. That's all. So let's see what we can do here. Pass number 3. I do think this is a really nice razor. In my first 2 shaves, I didn't notice this little drag thing. And so I was really glowing over this razor, and all of that was true at the time I made it. But now I'm a little bit weary because, sometimes it'll skip on me, and it is not the soap because I've used the Mergrass right beside it. And again, I'm chalking it up to my own technique, but in some ways, my feeling is if I have to do something special with a razor, I don't need it. But I must say I do appreciate the craftsmanship of this razor. It is efficient. It does shave well if you get that angle right. But for me, as time went on, this is unusual because usually you notice things early on. But as time has gone on, I've noticed these little times where I get this little bit of drag. And I think it's because my angle is too shallow, to be honest with you. Before I thought it was pressure, but I'm really chalking it up to the angle of attack, which is, I use similar angle with most razors. It's just a habit. But with this one, it requires a little something different. And so anyway, there we go. That was nice, despite a few hiccups with drag, a little skipping. It does produce a nice shave, that I can tell you. All right, let me rinse off. We'll come back to the post. Stay tuned. All right, and here we are back with the magic made by witches. There's Witch Hazel. Good stuff. Just slap it on. It'll soothe any irritation you have, if you have it. Works as an astringent, has aloe and so forth. Good for the skin. Good stuff. Well, I like the cucumber, personally. Quick look at what we use today. RazoRock 400, which has become one of my favorite brushes. If this knot were in the Big Bruce size, which I think is 26, 24, 26, I think this one's a little smaller. That would be perfect, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Taylor of Old Bond Street, Jermyn Street. Beautiful cream, beautiful scent. In my view, pretty close to being just as good as Truefit and Hill, TOBS, Castle Forbes. For me, Castle Forbes is overrated for the price. So it's good, but it's not tremendously better than the other creams in my view. Just my opinion. Of course, I use the Rex Ambassador, which is a beautiful razor. I'm having some, you know, drag issues and skipping issues, but you know, everybody's gonna say it's soap. Believe me, it's not. I've split my face in half and used one razor next to that, and the other razor glides fine. That one doesn't. I'm chalking up to my technique with this razor, not the razor itself, just to be clear. And we're going to finish it off with the old school, no longer made, RazoRock Baby Blue, which is a powdery type aftershave that I don't think RazoRock makes anymore, sadly. It was quite inexpensive. Smells like a typical powdery barbershop aftershave, which I happen to like. And we've been keeping this one for a long time. Good stuff. All right, thanks everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. Remember Mark Tidwell, you are the winner of the Alvado product, so thanks to the folks at Alvado. Until next time, I've been your host, CTV, you are not. God bless.